I just want to say a few words about the London Centre for the Study of Contemporary Anti-Semitism and who we are and what we do. I would put it very straightforwardly, really, that there is a problem of anti-Semitism in public life. It doesn't dominate the whole of public life, but there is clearly a culture which has a particular fixation on Israel and on the Jews that it assumes support it and are complicit with its crimes, real crimes, imagined crimes, invented crimes, exaggerated crimes, all kinds of crimes. And working in the universities is difficult on this topic because people very often, when they see you, just as when you raise the issue of anti-Semitism in the Labour Party, for example, or in the trade union, people say, well, we know what you're really up to. You're really trying to silence and delegitimize criticism of Israel. And what happens in academia when you write about contemporary anti-Semitism is that people assume that this is not really scholarship, this is not real academic writing, but actually we know what you're up to. You're trying to create an ideological alibi for Israeli crimes. And it's very, very difficult to just be an academic in that culture. We've been challenging anti-Semitism within the disciplines for a long time, within the universities for a long time. Everybody in the anti-Semitism business, everyone who thinks about anti-Semitism knows that there's a problem on campus. But most of them don't have a way of getting to the heart of that problem, and the heart of that problem is what the academics are thinking and saying and writing. So the heart of the problem is in research and research publications, books, papers, conferences inside the disciplines, which are either soft-soaping anti-Semitism or embracing anti-Semitism or excluding people who are critical of anti-Semitism. So what we have decided to do 3 years ago or so was to institutionalize the work that we are doing to make it possible to be an academic who studies anti-Semitism or who addresses the anti-Semitism that they find in their own disciplines. And we are having some success. It is a kind of mind-blowingly ambitious project to change the way academia thinks, to change the way society thinks, to address the underpinnings, the intellectual underpinnings of contemporary anti-Semitism. It could not be more of an ambitious project that we have set ourselves. But we are making progress. Let me give you an example. We had a conference 2 years ago and we have another one coming up next year. And it was a global conference and people from all over the world, academics, came to our conference. And I saw some people in those rooms who looked literally kind of euphoric. And I was thinking, what was going on? What's their problem? And I think what was going on was this, that people were able to raise and discuss their work on anti-Semitism, and they found that they were not in a hostile environment. And some of them didn't really understand how much of a hostile environment they were in their usual working life until they found themselves in an environment that was not hostile. And that was the key, I think, to some of their euphoria. So what we are doing is creating spaces in academia where there is not a hostile environment, and we are addressing the infrastructure of academia from which we feel excluded, which means the career paths, the promotions, the journals, the publications, the book publishing. Because without those things, there can be no community of scholarship. I won't say too much more right now. People are aware of what we're doing. You can look at our website. You can look at our book publishing project with Routledge. You can look at the Journal of Contemporary Anti-Semitism that we are embracing and supporting, and hopefully we'll be doing more so in the future. You can look at our conferences. We have a big conference coming up on the 29th of March, and we believe that there will be people from all over the world, from the Americas, from Europe, from Israel, and London is kind of not a parochial English London, but London is a hub between those places where scholars can come and talk seriously about anti-Semitism. So we love you all. We know that the people here are supportive of the project. I think nearly all of the people here are already giving money, and I would not ask you for more money. What I would ask for people to do is to go and spread the word, to ask other people to give us money, because without money we can't do the work that we're doing. And an academic organisation to have such a broad community of support is almost unprecedented. And there are a lot of people who understand, both Jews and not Jews actually, who understand that the work that we're doing is important to them and to their kids on campus, and actually to the continuity of universities where there is still some openness and some possibility of having serious conversations and doing serious research. Thank you very much.